Oh my gosh. Hi, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that this is the last episode of Tarot Memoirs. If you are new to Tarot Memoirs, this is a series that I have started on my channel back in 2018, taking us through the entire tarot deck. I started with the majors, one episode per major arcana card, and I am now on the last episode, the family of the quartz that is the Pentacles suit. I'm really excited to dive into this. If you don't know what Tarot Memoirs is, essentially, it's a series that I began because I wanted to tie the meanings of the tarot cards with my own personal experiences, thus the name Tarot Memoirs. And in the series, I always reference some of my favorite tarot books, and that has changed depending on whether we're talking about majors, minors, or quartz, and also sharing some of my experiences and showing some cards from my favorite decks that depict those cards in a way that I think is interesting, which is all my decks I love that way. But anyway, we're gonna dive in. I am using for the court cards Understanding the Tarot Court by Mary K. Greer and Tom Little, and Your Tarot Court by Ethany Dawn. The links to these books will be in the description box down below for your reference. I am looking at the Understanding Your Tarot Court from the perspective of looking at it for the general meaning of a suit when we're looking at the quartz or the element, and then a general meaning of each rank within that suit. So looking at the pages in general, the knights in general. That's what I'm using this book for during the series. And I'm using Ethany Dawn's book to look at specific meanings of each court card within that suit. So we're going to dive into this in just a second. We're going to be starting with the Page of Pentacles. Page. But before we dive into him, a quick look at the element of Earth, which is what we're looking at with the element of the Pentacles. So Pentacles represent the fruits of your labor, the results of your history with other suits. At the same time, Pentacles are the literal ground from which new ideas can grow. They make us feel secure by means of home, money, traditions, and control or power, all things we value and often receive in the form of rewards for work that we do. They are about achieving mastery over matter, either through manual craft and skill or through knowledge of how things work. Pentacles generally signify skills, worth, tradition, sensation, actualization, manifestation, value, material, security, results, fruits of labor, craftsmanship, grounding, centeredness, health and fitness, physical body, money and economics, and rewards for accomplishment. So that is what Mary K. Greer's book had to say. When we're looking at the actual ranks, we're going to start with the page. And pages are typically open, learning, curious, innocent, and ready to grow. They love life, they receive it, and they are immersed in the essence of their suit, living it out without complication. They generally signify curiosity, opening, novelty, hope, trust, growth, innocence, beginnings, and study or apprenticeship. Taking a look at Ethany Dawn's book, we're going to take a look at the court card of the Page of Pentacles a little more closely. Oh no, where's my page? Oh my gosh, there it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the Rider-Waite-Smith. This is the Centennial Edition. Here is our Page of Pentacles. His element is Earth. His archetype is the naturalist, according to Ethany Dawn. And the zodiac sign is any of the three earth signs. So that's Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And his keywords are messages of the material kind, such as notification of a raise at work. Earthy, active, energetic, kinesthetic, practical, thrifty, an animal lover, and tactile. This being feels like they are at home, surrounded by furry animals and nature. Nothing makes them happier or allows them to feel more like themselves. They want to feel the dirt in between their toes and to breathe in fresh air. Even if they're in the city, they will search for green spaces full with animals. Page of Wands, in my experience, tends to be very earthy, of course, but somebody who wants that tactile understanding of the world around them and also wants to sort of forge their own way forward. We're going to take a look at some other images from my other decks to see if we can see some different aspects about the page in those cards. So in the Sazurai Bito Tarot, here we see a page who's made a paper airplane. In my experience, pages tend to be very much about making the best of what is around them. They can be interestingly creative about making the most of a situation or of their resources that they do have. In the Tarot of the She, we have the Maker Princess, gift of creativity. And here we see that sort of creative exploration of the element of Earth represented in that page energy. The Page of Pentacles in the Robin Wood Tarot has a book at his belt, and we get this idea that he's going to make sensible decisions. He's going to study something. He's not impulsive the way, say, the Wands or the Swords might be, or even as dreamy as the Cups could be. He's much more grounded in the day-to-day. The Page of Pentacles also with a book in the Textured Tarot. I just love her. Very much a study. They enjoy study and learning. Even though we see that also in the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles wants to learn so that they can apply that in their actual day-to-day life. It's not so much just for the learning like it would be with the Page of Swords. I love this depiction of the Page of Pentacles, or coins rather, in the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, where he's clearly got a dog walking business. He's just collecting money for his latest client while he takes the dogs out for a walk or brings them back. The Page of Pentacles to me is somebody who's very resourceful, and as a kid, they were the ones to have the lemonade stand or the newspaper delivery service, or route, or have a little job when they were younger, because they have goals and they want to make tangible action towards those goals. Here, our Page of Pentacles in the Light Seers Tarot is very centered and grounded. And our Page of Pentacles also being very, what's the word I'm looking for? Resourceful, in the sense that, okay, well, he's not going to just sit and wait for benefits to come to him. He's going to go fish and figure it out. This might be a girl. Again, I say it in every episode, I think, and I want to make sure I'm really clear. The court cards are genderless. They have genders depicted on the cards, but you can see these energies in masculine, feminine, non-binary people. It doesn't matter. It's about the energy of the suit combined with the energy of the rank and how they play together and manifest outward. Gender, technically irrelevant. Now, you can use gender as a way to read these cards. Just know that you're not locked into that. So let's take a look at some of my thoughts on the Page of Pentacles. So for me, Page of Pentacles show up as people who just have a get it done kind of attitude. They're the get it done enthusiasts of the tarot court. They're not going to be as patient with sitting around and strategizing like a Swords would be, and they're not going to want to feel out everybody's feelings about a situation like the Cups would be, or just dream and think of new things to be inspired by, like the Wands might be. The Pentacles want to do it. They're like, what's the action to take? What's the material thing we're gonna do? They tend to be incredibly resourceful. If you were in an apocalypse, you want a Pentacles page nearby, because they're gonna find all the resources, right? They're gonna know how to survive in a very basic, fundamental way. If they need something, they know how to just get it. They're gonna not feel fussy about how they get it. They're just gonna make sure that they get it. They know how to get their hands dirty, and they are really into elbow grease. They're gonna work hard, and they want and expect tangible reward for the effort that they put out. The Page of Pentacles inspires me with their resourcefulness. Let's look at the Knight. So in a general way, in Mary K. Greer's book, the Knights are people who lack the king's perspective, but make up for it in sheer energy. They can be brutally direct. They seek to revolutionize and create change. They're the daring adventurer, the risk taker, the romancer, and the idealist. And I think those different roles play out in different suits. They're the their essence is motion. So they're always moving forward. They're always moving towards something. They grasp their suit's lessons, however extreme as they may be, by putting forth their all. And some basic keywords: energy, intention, idealism, passion, focus, vitality, motion towards a goal, single-mindedness, and lust for life. So when we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles, we notice that while his essence may be motion, he is the only tarot court card in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith that is not shown in motion. And I really think that's an important piece, because he moves, but he moves carefully, slowly, and deliberately. According to Ethany's book, Your Tarot Court, his element, of course, is Earth. His zodiac sign is Virgo. And his archetype is the soldier. His mantra, I endure all in service. Keywords: acting through the material, so building, that sort of thing. Self-discovery through material things. Practical action, getting a new job. City planner, leaving home and town. Endurance and loyalty. Slightly rigid, but strong as an ox, reliable as the sunrise, and steady as a mountain, the soldier is the kind of person, oh my God, I swear to God, I haven't even highlighted this page, because I was like, well, I'm just gonna read the bits that I know I wanna read. And listen to this. The soldier is the kind of person that you want to face the zombie apocalypse with. That is hilarious because I just said that about, I think I said that about the page, but that's still pretty funny. Any tarot earth court good in an apocalypse. Just trust me, they're gonna take care of stuff. This person has almost superhuman reserves of energy when it comes to doing things for other people, and they live to serve. Very true. We're gonna take a look at some of the cards from the decks that I have prepped here. Where did my card go? Oh, there we go. There we go. I was like, where did my knights go? So the Knight of Pentacles in the Satsaribito, this is the guy that's just been out like mowing the lawn and taking care of all the yard work, and he's a little sweaty and hot. Who doesn't love that? Somebody who's out there like doing your yard work? Hello. Sorry, maybe that's just me talking. The Maker Prince, the gift of connection. And I love this because here you really see the earthly connection to nature in this Knight of Pentacles. In the Robin Wood, we get a much more traditional image, and I love how even the horses in more Rider-Waite-Smith clones, or in the Rider-Waite-Smith or this deck, Robin Wood Tarot, are more like sturdy and steadfast looking. Not quick movers, but supportive. The Knight of Pentacles from the Textured Tarot is literally working a plow, working the fields. And this is a very good depiction of how the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's going to be working. He's going to be putting physical effort forward towards his goals all the time. Again, we see that here in the Knight of Coins, who maybe even getting a little bit laughed at because he's washing his own car. Maybe he's a wealthy man who doesn't need to wash his own car but does anyway. Or maybe he's washing it for the 6th time because he's just very particular. Sometimes Knight of Pentacles people can be a little bit locked up in their routines, and maybe he doesn't need to wash the car, but he's washing it because it's Sunday, and that's what you do on Sunday. You wash the car, right? That's the kind of energy I get from that card. The Knight of Pentacles from the Lightseers Tarot. He is clearly making a point of planting seeds for what he wants to grow. He is moving forward steadfast with purpose, but he's very mindfully and carefully deciding what does he want to grow? What does he want to accomplish? Where does he want to get? And he's being very careful in manifesting that goal. And our Knight of Pentacles is looking like he's taking a much needed break during a long voyage here in the Anna K Tarot. You get this idea of just pausing and resting. I will say the Knight of Pentacles, in my experience, also tends to be somebody that enjoys the journey. He doesn't just do the work for the sake of getting to the destination. A lot of times he enjoys the process. He enjoys the process of being involved in whatever it is that he's trying to nurture or grow. And I think that's a really important aspect of the Knight of Pentacles. What did I write down here? Okay, so Knight of Pentacles in my life. So I see Knight of Pentacles people as incredibly dependable and steadfast, which you probably caught because those are some of the words I used when I was looking at the cards. They move slowly but deliberately. They doggedly continue forward in the pursuit of their interests, and they can be trusted. If you give them a task to do, they're going to do it until it's done. You can have faith that they're going to follow through. Excuse me. They're loyal, and they're always ready to lend a helping hand to whoever needs it. If you need something done and you ask a Knight of Pentacles, they'll rarely hesitate. That sort of service mentality definitely comes through in this character or this personality. Once they set their course, however, it can be hard to convince them that that course needs to change for any reason. So they can be a little stubborn in that way. And they inspire me with their dependability. That is what really stands out to me about the Knight of Pentacles as a person. With that said, did I say what his zodiac sign was? Did I? Virgo, yes I did, okay. So let's take a look now at the Queen of Pentacles, excuse me. And let's take a look at the Queen in general from Mary K. Greer's book. So Queens, as a reminder from the previous episodes, the Queens are essentially like the little empresses of their suit. If you're comfortable with the meaning of the Empress card, and you would take that Empress energy and you apply it just to the material realm, to the suit of earth, you get a really cohesive idea of what the Pentacles Queen is really all about. But here's what this book has to say. She is intra and interpersonal mastery and expertise in her field. Led by persuasion, by intuition, and by nurturing and encouraging others. And again, here it says she is a facet of the Empress, expressing understanding and creativity through the energy of her suit. And queens generally signify understanding, teaching, creativity, persuasion, nurturance, intuition, communication, emotional awareness, and leadership through consensus. She's definitely not the type to be like railroading other people necessarily. She wants to have consensus. She wants people to feel like they're working together. She's not going to overrule people the same way. She can be pushy, for sure, but she's pushy because she cares and she's trying to take care of people. She still wants people to be on board with the things she's being pushy about. Does that make sense? Those were my thoughts added on. Let's take a look at what Ethany has to say about our Queen of Pentacles, and let's take a look at the Rider-Waite-Smith image. So her sign is Earth. Her zodiac sign is Capricorn. Her archetype, according to Ethany, is the healer, and her mantra is, I nurture through the body. That is spot on. This is why I love this book, because I think Ethany's got a really firm grasp of these people and how they show up and what their personalities are like and how that energy manifests. Some keywords: emotionally grounded, lady of luxury, identity through belongings, generosity, house proud, nurturing through food, cooking, and the body, high society, high maintenance, could be, and elegance. The healer as a person is literally like a walking hug. You just want to be around them because they make you feel better on every level. Comfort, well-being, and safety are at the top of the healer's list of importance. They want to make sure that the people they are around are well-fed, have a good solid roof over their heads, and are happy. Spot on. Let's take a look at some images. So we have here very earthy in the Sasarai Bito Tarot. The gift of healing in the Maker Queen lines right up with Ethany's description of her as a healer. She very much could be somebody who was like a healer in that mystical sense of like working with plants and actually making salves and being very tangibly healing in the way that she physically helps other people. The Queen of Pentacles in the Robin Wood Tarot is very, you could see her as the homemaker, as the person who would mend your clothing or fix your meals, right? The Queen of Pentacles in the Texture Tarot to me has more of that almost Empress of her suit, that creative Empress of her suit energy with the pottery. Again, very tactile with her hands on it. This is a very earthy expression of creativity. And the Queen of Coins in the Everyday Enchantments Tarot, purchasing the food, the healthy food to nurture her family. Spot on again. The Queen of Pentacles from the Light Seers is, again, very connected to that material world, very in touch with both nature and her desires to be comfortable, to be able to be comfortable so she can comfort and take care of the other people in her life. And finally, in the Anna K Tarot, Queen of Pentacles here, we get that sense of bounty, of harvest, of taking care of people with food, specifically is a really common theme with the Queen of Pentacles, I think. In my own personal experience, the Queen of Pentacles people are so comforting to be around because life just gets easier when they're close. They have a tendency when they're in your home or when you're in their home or when they're even in your home, they'll just make sure everything's taken care of. You'll be like in your own house and they'll be offering to bring you a cup of tea. They're just very comforting, caretaking kind of people. You'll be fed, you'll be comfortable in their presence. They are the ultimate host or hostess. They sometimes seem to almost not know how to relax or how to take care of themselves, and yet it seems that they so thoroughly enjoy taking care of other people's needs. Queen of Pentacles people inspire me with their caring attention to detail. And finally, let's take a look at the King of Pentacles. Our last card of the series, I can't believe it. So here's our King of Pentacles. So let's look at the kings in a general way. We'll start with the idea that they are, of course, the emperor of their suit. And I think that's, yes, I did read that. Okay, I was like, did I read the introduction to the element? I did. Okay, so kings are like the emperor of their suit. They make decisions, they delegate tasks, and they generally signify prowess, authority, competence, respect, mastery, and leadership, and decision-making. In Ethany's book, Your Tarot Court, the King of Pentacles element is, of course, Earth, and his zodiac sign is Taurus. His archetype is the manager, and his mantra is, I lead with my wallet. Okay, fair point. Material maturity. He's a money manager, a business owner, a stable leader, dominant at home, a CEO, CFO, COO. As long as there's a C, he's pretty good. He's one of those chief personalities, right? Greed and stubbornness can also be a factor. There is no other tarot archetype that you would trust more with making you filthy rich than the manager. They are dependable to the point of boredom and have an uncanny way of working with numbers, money, and large complex systems in order to make everything work. Whether this is managing large hedge funds or running a military base or even a well-oiled home, this is the person for the job when things need structure, routine, and growth. I would agree with most of that. Let's take a look at some images. The Sasarai Bito Tarot is definitely the master of his domain, and he almost looks like the magician as viewed from behind, which is really interesting to me. The gift of skill, he is definitely a master of his craft in the Tarot of the She Maker King. The King of Pentacles in the Robin Wood Tarot, he's got this like warm, inviting energy in spite of being super grounded and in charge. He's got a very like loving, dominant kind of energy to him. The King of Pentacles from the Textured Tarot, more the businessman and the business manager, I think, in this image. The King of Coins is so proud of what he's built, his field, his home that will sustain his family for years to come. This is in the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Similar energy in the King of Pentacles in the Light Seers Tarot. He's built something that he's proud of, a legacy that he can pass on. And again, in the King of Pentacles for the Anna K Tarot, a very similar caretaker, kind of financial caretaker kind of energy comes through in that card as well. My thoughts on the King of Pentacles. I see King of Pentacles people in my life as the people that others look to for practical life advice. They've been around the block. They've learned from their own mistakes, and they've learned from the mistakes of others in many cases as well. And they've also learned from their successes, and they would be the first to tell you exactly which good moves led them to success and which bad ones caused them unnecessary stress. Their big picture thinking applies specifically to their life and their livelihood. They often give great tangible life advice. They're steady and they're reliable, and they inspire me with their mature outlook on life. You guys, that's a wrap. I can't even believe I'm here. This series has been going on for like a year and a half. So it's very exciting to me that we finally reached the end. Thank you so much for joining me on the journey. Thank you, thank you. I would love to hear some comments down below on the Pentacles court. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you had any aha moments, if anything came through in the images that really just caught your attention and you want to share, please do. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do that at supportivetarot.com. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.